Just clearing my voice. Just a mental note that I was thinking about of how good this can be for people. And I'm talking about the murder of a CEO of a big company that everybody seems to be talking about right now. Hopefully people are still watching this in the future. Hopefully this is going to be a pivotal point in somebody's life, and in the future they might be thinking back on this moment. Like if somebody who right now is poor, not happy with life, frustrated, finding problems with everything, finding problems with society, with the United States, with capitalism, with the free market, with fit people, with successful people. Somebody there, maybe it's you, is in a version today where they saw this pivotal thing happen. And they realize that they have an impulse that they recognize right now. So today, you are negative, you are miserable, you have a lot of complaints. You actually feel pleasure in complaining, in fraternizing and socializing with other people that complain about similar things. If that's you, you're actually in a very good position right now, because this can be a pivotal moment. It is possible that in 10 or 20 or 30 years, you are explaining your success and the life that you're thankful for to someone who needs to hear it from you, somebody who's taking your advice. And I think it's possible that you might mention this very moment as a wake-up call for you. And in a strange way, the moment you decided to turn something negative into something positive. And that negative is, you are now clearly seeing how much frustration and negativity there are with people who are blaming external things for problems. Not only their problems, but problems with a general fictional illusion of society or other people that is created by external forces other than them. You can see right now the people in your feed of your media platforms, in your comment sections on your Facebook. You can identify right now that a person was murdered, was killed, and you have some people who are gleeful and happy about that and using it, even if they say they're not happy about it, but something has to change, and so they're deifying the murderer. That means deify. A deity is a god, making a person into a god in their minds. You can look back, hopefully, when you are successful and realize this was a turning point, and that you took it from a negative into a positive, because you realize in your life that, oh my God, I'm surrounded by people who have a lot of complaints about the system, and who don't have as much money as they'd like, who don't have the job they'd like, the career, the life, the body, the health they'd like. And they spend time finding enjoyment in the things that tear down something about what they don't have, instead of saying, my God, it is normal. Okay, it is normal to feel envy. By the way, I am one of you. I have blamed everybody for everything, and my own misery and my own poverty and my own struggle to make it through from month to month without getting evicted. I am you like that. And I do have envy. It's okay to look and say, damn, another Christmas, I'm not going to be able to buy all the things I want to get for people. I'm not going to be able to take my kid, my family on a trip that I want. And this damn wealthy person, they can take their kids to Hawaii and they can have a snowmaker put in the presidential suite, and they're going to have a great time. Anybody who has it that much better than me should get murdered. Just pay attention if that is your friends, that sentiment. If you think that a murderer, like a cold-blooded murderer, instead of a blogger, somebody who gets into research, instead of a professor who kind of, or a former vice president of a company like that who has started a movement to research for different possible ways to educate people or create a new system of healthcare and health insurance, medical coverage, and things like that. If you're going to take the murderer and not somebody who's doing things constructively and make it seem like that person is some kind of a saint, a hero. Who's the other one? I don't know much about this guy, Che Guevara, but it just reminds me of like, that dude looked cool on a sweatshirt. You get a hoodie or a t-shirt with that like stenciled freaking image of Che Guevara. You're like, I don't care what that guy believed in. I support him. That is cool. I want to bump some Rage Against the Machine. Bow, bow, chicka, bow, bow. And I want to rock some Che Guevara shirts. If that is you, the potential, the sky is the limit for you, because you still haven't tapped into what your potential is. You're looking for satisfaction in what is wrong to provide you satisfaction. And so that's the biggest thing. And if you ask anybody who made it from, who created something that wasn't there before in this world, who built themselves to a level of success that maybe their friend group or their family doesn't have, or that they didn't think they could have previously, a lot of those people will tell you that they did feel sorry for themselves. They did blame other people for their circumstances. And the key to turning that around and being like, okay, I don't know what the fuck this is going to look like if I am accountable for everything, and I have to look at myself and feel like, why do I have this dad bod? Why do I have this weird hairstyle, this weird hair color that makes me look strange, and I can't even like shake a normal looking person's hand without thinking, wow, I must look like a freak to this person. I'm all about flying your freak flag. I'm just saying that if you have these things that have spiraled and snowballed, and like, oh, it is funny to point out how stacked the deck is against myself, against blacks, against Jews, against Muslims, against some group, poor people, against single mothers, against single fathers, against the incarcerated. The deck is really stacked against those people, and I love finding the ways that the deck is stacked against us, and it's stacked against me. I'm not making any money for doing this stupid job folding clothes, the stupid job serving hamburgers. Yes, those things it's normal to have that envy. But to have that as your sense of enjoyment, and to think, and especially to think that is what your most productive is right now, and to think that those are really the friends that want what's best for you, that is holding you back from God knows what. Because anybody will tell you, as soon as they stopped kicking society and external forces, they had to do this one uncomfortable process of kicking themselves. I'm going to kick myself repeatedly. How else can I kick myself? And it sucks, and you're not supposed to just hate yourself. You're not. You're supposed to give yourself a pat on the back and say, oh my God, I think I recognized something very significant today. And that is, if I was given a job, say suddenly that CEO makes $12 million a year. It's pretty obnoxious to think that you might be just handed a job for $12 million a year. Would you turn it down? But I'm talking about what if somebody said, you know what, I see exactly where you went to junior college, or I see the service that you gave me at this place. I would like to give you a position for like $200,000 a year in the government, in a very secure place to work with job security. Would you take that job, or would you analyze it against, would you say, I'll take the job, or would you think to yourself, is this in any way detrimental to any member of society by the way that I must conduct this job? And would you run it by your friends and say, hey y'all, I know that you guys are all making $2.13 an hour plus tips at the bar, at the restaurant, and we usually complain about shit together. I just got a job offer for 200 G's. I'm probably gonna be getting my own place. And I'm gonna start working out every morning instead of, and that means I have to go to bed really early. And that means I'm gonna start reading books. Would those same friends be on that journey with you? If you were like, hey guys, I think we can make changes on our own lives. And I think it is pretty shocking to see a murder seen as a great thing that somebody had coming to them. Okay, I'm saying it's okay to feel like, oh, you know what? I think Chris Rock had a joke on Saturday Night Live that was like, sometimes a drug dealer gets shot. And you're like, hey, I'm not glad he got shot, but hey, yeah, that's a good, thank you, comedians, for making fun of it. But I'm talking to you, the person, hopefully down the road, years into the future, you can use this as a pivotal moment that said, oh my God, I'm literally happy somebody got killed. I have no idea how to get that much money. I am uncomfortable. I don't know how I'm gonna pay rent. And what I'm doing is spending a lot of effort on the actions of other people. Instead of, I'm gonna try and redefine some stuff. And by the way, if that is you that's gonna use this as a way to redefine things, there's one book that I would recommend that is a short read. It's kind of fun, changed my life.